Yeah, there are definitely mistakes beginning traders make. Are you making any of these 7? It doesn't matter if you're trading SPY or QQQ or IWM or one of your other favorite stocks such as Tesla or Amazon. It doesn't matter. There's some very beginning trading mistakes that many of us have made. I've made them. Let me tell you, I've made many of them over and over again until I realize it just doesn't work. You have to stop doing these things. You need to fix the things that are not working and double down on the things that are working. So let's start with number 1. The first is not becoming a specialist. Becoming a specialist in a specific stock or ETF. You really need to watch and dig in, see the price action of a specific stock or ETF, and SPY is no different. Get involved with SPY. Understand how it moves with certain information, or when one thing happens, this happens, or if a certain pattern develops, the next thing that will most likely happen is this. These are things that you learn just by being involved with your favorite stock. And it's no different with SPY. You need to understand, and the only way to understand is to watch it, is to trade it day after day. And then once you get good and really understand how SPY trades, then you can consider other styles of trading and or other ETFs or stocks. These next 2 are related and extremely important. It's all about having a plan. What are you going to do if? How are you going to trade the day? In other words, planning out your trades ahead of time. Understanding what you're going to do if your trade idea does not work. What are you going to do if it does work? What if the day is just flat? These are things you need to consider and have a plan around it. How long are you going to let trades ride? When are you going to take profit? When are you going to cut your losses? There are many ways to approach your plan, but most importantly, you need to have one. So we know it's a big mistake to not be a specialist. We know it's a mistake to not have a plan. However, imagine having a plan and not following it. Many traders do that. They have a great plan. It works day after day, but the problem is they get a little bored. They have a hunch. Maybe something doesn't go quite the way they had hoped, so they try something different without a plan around it. And that is how people lose a lot of money trading SPY, trading their stocks. It's important to stick with your plan. If you have new ideas, that's okay, but don't just do them off the cuff. Plan them out first. I mentioned getting bored with your trading or something happening that wasn't quite expected. Well, you know what? If you're bored with your trading, that means you're probably doing it right. Because you're winning day after day, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you're bored, that's probably a good thing. However, we have to check ourselves because we sometimes want to make things a little more exciting. We want that emotion to get involved, and then something happens that wasn't supposed to happen. And so we have a hunch and we start getting a little excited. We'll try this, we'll make that happen. And when we let the emotion get in, our account starts to drain and go down because those emotions will force us just about every time to make bad decisions just to get our adrenaline up. So how does emotion actually drain your account? Well, it comes via the next mistake, and that's trying to fix things. If something goes wrong, you get excited and you want to fix it rather than just letting it go. Don't try to fix bad SPY trades. Just let it go. Stick with your plan. When you try to fix things, you start to make more and more mistakes, and that emotion gets even stronger and it compounds. So don't try to fix bad trades. Just move on to the next trade. One big mistake that many beginning SPY traders make, it's not having a journal. Remember, we're trying to become experts, understand SPY inside and out. We need to know what works and what does not work. What works when we trade this system? What doesn't work when certain economic news comes out? What about earnings season? Remember, SPY is made up of 500 different stocks. Does one stock affect the movement of SPY over another? We need to understand what works and what does not work. And having a journal will help you keep track and give you something to review to help make better predictions in the future. Now, this last mistake that a lot of traders make may seem obvious, but it's very common for SPY traders to hold on to losers and cut short their winners. You see a little bit of profit, you want some sort of profit, so you cut off, although your indicator shows that it could go even further. Or holding on to a losing trade because, well, you think it could come back. There's one thing you have to remember. It can always go higher, and it can always go lower. So keep track of that in your journal too, and I'll see you in the next video.